Oh, salud! I am the Rasta Witch. Here's where we learn the way of the Yansui Rasta, which is to say, my kind of ital. Please subscribe and begin your own kind of Yansui witchcraft. All roads lead to Rome. Home. Okay, this is, in my opinion, this is probably the most important and fundamental um, major arcana card, which again are archetypal concepts. So it's the most important archetypal concept in the tarot deck. It's all about this. This is the big one, you guys. So of course we're at Roman numeral 2. We did the Fool card at Roman numeral 0 and the Magus, the Magician, at Roman numeral 1. Now we're on Roman numeral 2, the High Priestess. Okay, so a little history. Antoine Court de Gebelin, not sure how to pronounce it. Antoine Court de Gebelin renamed this card the High Priestess to keep within his vision of an ancient Egyptian link with the tarot. I agree with him. Until then, it had been known as the Papist. And this is odd because there has never been a female pope. Some authorities believe that it is a reference to a legendary Pope Joan. Some say it is based on Sister Manfreda, who was a relative of the powerful family Visconti. She was elected pope by a small Lombard sect known as the Guglielmientes of Bohemia. They believed she was an incarnation of the Holy Ghost sent to begin a new age, and she died in Milan in 1281. At any rate, the priestess historically was an honored office of the pre-Christian world as far as Europe goes. Today, this tarot card can open the doorway into the realm of the goddess. We know that all of the tree of life, the Sephirot in the Kabbalah, are within each individual, no matter the gender. Let's look at the chart. So here we see she is the only direct pathway that crosses the abyss to the top. The only direct route to connect the self, number 6, with the crown, number 1. She is the most efficient, simple way to link with the divine within us, Zen Buddhism. She is the Buddha. When we transcend ego at each of the 7 stages, you can see my video called Meditate Equals Silence in Heaven, Jah 7th Sil, Resurrection in the Now, kind of a long title. I'll leave a link in the description box. When we transcend the ego into silence, oneness, with the goddess, who we really are in the spiral times of the all now, then we are the High Priestess. Her corresponding Hebrew character is Gimel. That's the Hebrew character Gimel right there, which means camel. See how there's a camel right there? When we take the fundamental journey across the abyss on the camel, we link with the One Love. See that? She's standing on Tiferet, which is Sephirah number 6, and she's the pathway that goes to Sephirah number 1, Keter, the crown. And there's a camel there's an open land and it needs to take that journey right there, see? She is the Virgin. She takes us to her Son, Jesus. She will never judge you no matter what you have done. Behold your mother, like Jesus said. You'll notice really often her corresponding color is sky blue. See all the sky blue? See all the sky blue? And you'll notice that really often the Virgin Mary is wearing sky blue. That's why she's the high priestess. Those of us that feel called through life's struggles, through our love and dedication to the divine, the goddess, are high priestesses. The virgin is the little girl that still believes in the magic of the forest. She still believes in fairies and rainbows. Many witches think of the triple goddess. So if you look at the Sephiroth tarot, you can see how there's three faces on the high priestess. That's for the triple goddess. The triple goddess is the little girl, which is the high priestess, the fertile woman, which is the empress, and the crone, which is the universe card. But this is a recent belief, even more recent than calling it the high priestess. I will leave recent in the tarot deck according to our European history, but if the tarot deck comes from Egypt, then high priestess actually is the better thing to call it. So I'll leave a link in the description box of PhD Dr. Angela Puka stating this fact, that it's a recent, that the triple goddess is, and we don't want to believe that because it's so fundamental in witchcraft, So you should remember, this doesn't mean it's not effective in anyone's magic. Like the scholars all through the ages have said, know the gods if you must, but first know thyself. Like I said, this is about knowing thyself. It's about meditation. That's why you meditate and breathe and put in sync your heartbeat with your breathing, and you silence all the chatter and you break everything down to link with the goddess, to link with who you really are, to take the journey on the camel. So like the scholars all through the ages have said that, worship the gods if you must, but first know thyself, So that's why Buddhism is really for everybody. It's not satanic like some conventional Christians say. It's only going to make you a better Christian. It's going to make you a better witch. It's going to make you, it's fundamental to any spirituality or religion. The journey of Jimmel, transcending ego with Zen Buddhism meditation and enlightened awareness, is an essential part of anyone's craft. Nevertheless, some feel called to devote extra. A witch can select any deity he or she feels called to, but remember, all the gods are created by the hand of mankind. Here we discover the gifts of intuition, magical timing, creative flowering, wise dreaming, prophetic knowing, deep understanding, ancient remembering, and blessed communion. She will support you if you seek to delve beyond the rational mind. Some call her the seeker. She is your friend if you have an interest in psychic development, alternative healing, mediumship, meditation, or the many other approaches that honor soul and recognize intuition into the wisdom of body and soul and personal truth. All roads lead to Rome, home. Her planet is the moon. She is the spiritual Isis and the Virgin Artemis, the Virgin Artemis. So let's look at the cards a little bit closer. So this one, wow, isn't this one awesome? You can see she's in between those two pillars. Those are the pillars of Boaz and Jachin from the Temple of Solomon. And then you can see here it says Ator, Torah, Orat, and Rota. Ator is the law of Ator. Tarot is the tarot deck, the Book of Thoth. Orat means speaks or teaches, and Rota is Latin for will. if you look at the Thoth deck, this one's really cool to see that you've got the web of life all through here, connecting with the universe and all the different vels, all the way up to Keter up there. And she's naked because she's the virgin, she's innocent. She's got the huntress bow and the musical sistrum. And down here the crystals and fruits of the earth, and there's the camel, and there's Jimmel, there's the moon. So that's a really good one. But I really like this one in my deck, the Lord of the Rings one. It says Lady Eowyn is guided by her intuition. Remember Lady Eowyn? She's that. This deck is older than the movies. Look, see how it's like that strawberry blonde hair, that like reddish hair. That's the same color that the actress that plays Eowyn in Lord of the Rings has. Remember Eowyn's the one that at the very end of the movie kills the wraiths, and say, no man can kill the wraiths, and she kills the wraith and says, but I am not a man, because she's a woman. So you can see she's got there's her sword there. That's a very relevant sword. It's not just about Frodo destroying the ring in the fires of doom, but that was a pretty crucial moment as well. She's all through the movie. You'll notice if you look at her again as the High Priestess when you watch the movie, she gives support. And she really does play that role all through the movie. She's reminding people to cut through all the hubbub and get to the nurturing. She's nurturing. Get to the stripped of ego part, like I've been talking about. Look, she's got a purple robe for the astral realm of the moon and everything. And look, here she is between those pillars, like Solomon's temple. In the herbal tarot deck, the corresponding herb for the High Priestess, because each card has a corresponding herb, the corresponding herb for the High Priestess is sage. So like sage you use for smudging and clearing away energies and spirits. Not for banishing spirits. That would be a banishing ritual. Like the lesser, I can't remember what's that. I'll do a video on that. I call it the banishing ritual, but there's actually a different, everybody else calls it the lesser something banish. But anyway, so this is a very important card. Mother Mary, you've heard me say many times, is like my favorite thing. And I've studied all these religions and everything, but Mother Mary's is who I feel close to and who I really care about and who I can go to,